Hi, this is Kamera again. We're on day number 233, Jeremiah chapter 32 through 34. The man of God, the prophet of God, delivering those messages that are not easy. They don't want to be told that they're doing bad and that they're sinning. They already know they're sinning and that there are going to be consequences to their sinning. No one wants to hear that. So Jeremiah did not have an easy ride when doing the work of God, but he did it. And so at this point, guys, get this. Jeremiah is imprisoned. He is in prison. And who put him there? King Zedekiah. And why did King Zedekiah put him there? Because of the prophecies. Why are you doing this, Jeremiah? Why are you saying the Lord is about to hand over this city to the Babylonians? Why are you saying that he's going to take it? King of Babylon is going to take it. Why are you saying that King Zedekiah is going to be captured? Right, and he's going to meet the king of Babylon face to face. And he says that God will deal with Zedekiah once he's there in Babylon. And he tells the men of Jerusalem, your fighting is useless. Yeah. What they're doing is they're taking the houses, tearing down the houses, taking material from the palace, and using those materials to try and strengthen the wall. They're under siege right now. Babylon's going to take you. All this is useless. The men of Judah, of Jerusalem, they are as good as dead. That is what Jeremiah is told. So yeah, you guys are fighting in vain at this moment. He also gives a message to Zedekiah that God is going to hand him over to Babylon, the king of Babylon. The city will be burned down, and you will not be killed in war. You will die peacefully, and you will be mourned by your people. So, yeah, he tells them that. And then God also says why he's allowing the Babylonians to take over, to attack. Again, he is allowing this to happen because of what they've done. He goes on to say that again. And then he talks about restoration of the city, of the people. And that during this time of restoration, the people are going to have one heart and one purpose, and that is to worship God forever. So there's a lot going on, guys, and you guys already know there's more than what I'm reading it. I'm just telling you the gist of it. But let me tell you, I just love seeing God in these messages. But this is the craziest. To me, I say crazy, but this is the most weird. This is one of those things. What God asked Jeremiah to do just didn't make sense. But you'll notice that when you're doing the will of God, a lot of times it don't make sense to us. God knows why he's doing it. He tells Jeremiah that Jeremiah's cousin is going to visit him. Jeremiah's cousin is going to sell his land, but Jeremiah has the first dibs on the land, on whether to purchase it. Guess what? The cousin visits Jeremiah. Jeremiah purchases the land, gives it to his servant Baruch, and once that's all sealed, he go through all the formality of buying this property, and then once the papers are sealed in a jar, he talks to God, and he goes through everything that God had done. Basically, God, you took the children, got the children, your people, you delivered them from Egypt. You took them through the wilderness. You blessed them with this land. And now, up to this point right here, you already said you're going to hand over this city to the Babylonians. Disaster, famine, and all this stuff. But you tell me to buy the land? Really? But God says, I'm going to restore it. I'm going to restore this land back to prosperity. That's what God says. So, yeah, Jeremiah invested in that land, trusting God, even though it didn't make sense. It didn't look right to the human eyes or make sense logically. He went by faith and purchased that land like God told him to do. Also, when he gave that message to Zedekiah, that God had given him, that Zedekiah is going to be delivered to the king of Babylon. He's going to meet him face to face, and he's going to die peacefully. He's going to be mourned. So, yeah, that message there, yeah. And then this last thing, Zedekiah had proclaimed freedom to the slaves, and the people of that land went ahead and delivered freed the slaves, but they went back on their word and yeah, put their fellow countrymen back into slavery. Yeah, forced labor. And God is not pleased with that. He's not pleased with that at all. He says, you guys enter into an agreement that after a certain point that your Hebrew brothers and sisters can be released from slavery. And you guys have not been following that. You have not been staying true to your part of the agreement. And so he's going to send the Babylonians back there and to destroy whoever was there because of their disobedience. Yeah, he's freeing them to war, destroying, and they're going to be destroyed in war. So, guys, there's a lot going on here. Again, you see the heart of God. You see where the prophecy is coming true. The Babylonians they have Jerusalem under siege. You see all of this, how Jeremiah is still trucking on, doing his thing, doing what God tells him to do. And there were times in his life he had to just walk by faith. In fact, the entire time he had to walk by faith. But now to purchase land, that part, God's going to ask us to do stuff that doesn't seem right to the naked eye, doesn't make sense to our mindset. But just be obedient, guys. Ask God. We ask God to help us to be obedient to his will and his way, even when we don't understand it. We're trusting God and walking through faith, walking by faith. So, guys, there you have it. Day number 233, Jeremiah chapter 32 through 34. You have a God-filled, blessed day.